Hello everyone, this is Sonic Fiend, and welcome back to part 2 of the Nuzlocke run of Pokemon Blue. And now we're actually going to get things started. Let's see, so we don't have any Pokeballs yet. Even though the only thing to catch in Route 1 are Pidgey and Rattata, so it's either a rat or a bird, neither of which are very good. Not to say I don't like those Pokemon, it's just, for the purposes of this game and its meta and how the stats and how broken things are, well, no, maybe Rattata can have some use later on, but as it stands, Pidgey, at this point in the game, is virtually useless, because it doesn't get its first flying type move until, like, let's say level 13? I actually don't know. Whoops, I didn't mean to jump out that ledge. I actually don't know when it learns Wing Attack, or... Yeah, I think that is its only quote-unquote flying type move that it learns, besides Fly. You have to teach that yourself. And now that we're able to buy Pokeballs, this is when the game actually really begins. I've seen other stipulations for Nuzlocke, like, I think one I saw was you can't heal at a Pokemon Center either, though that seems a bit much, I wanna say. I'm not sure why I bought Burn Heals when I'm not gonna be running into any Fire types anytime soon. Alright, so now that we have Pokeballs, let's go down here and see what we can catch. We get a rat or bird? Rat or bird? Give me your best shot. It's a rat! I'm gonna catch it! Maybe. Provided Mr. Voidman doesn't kill it. Alright, one more. And it's living. Guess that means it's worth catching. For everyone watching, I'm curious, like, if you played... I guess this wouldn't really count for... the, this wouldn't really count for... the DS games, Generation 4 onwards, but for Gens 1 through 3, if you grew up playing that on, like, a traditional Game Boy Advance, did you do what me and everyone else, like, in the schoolyard did in when you were trying to catch something, mash down an A in hopes that it would actually work? I know I did, and I find myself still doing that today. Though with the DS games, I just tend to tap the bottom screen in the center of the Pokeball and hope to God it works. Okay, so what are we gonna name this Rattata? What do I want to call it? For lack of anything original, we're just gonna call it Tat-Tat-Tat-Tat. I think there's a name raider in this game. There should be. Yeah, there is a name raider somewhere in this game. I'm thinking of the Move Deleter. The Move Deleter wouldn't be until Gen 2. And here we are on Route 22, I believe. Is it 22 or 23? Yep, 22. Now, another self-stipulation I'm going to impose on myself for this Nuzlocke. I'm going to impose the Dupes Clause, which means if the first Pokemon you run into in a new route is one that you already have, then I'm allowed to keep searching until I find something I don't have. In which rule number 1 is applicable all over again. In this case, my first run is a Nidoran female. I'm sure everyone playing Yellow would... Is this the... Yeah, this is where you catch a Mankey, and that's what you use to destroy Brock and Pewter City. Unfortunately, neither of these Pokemon are very strong, not very versatile either. Let's catch it though, you never know. I might need a HM slave. Well, might need one, we're going to need one. That's like, every Pokemon game, you need an HM slave for something. Female Nidoran the Poison Pin. Although small, its venomous barbs render this Pokemon dangerous. The female has smaller horns. What should I call this one? By the by, if I catch something and you have a better nickname for it in the comments, then please, by all means, you know, give me the name, and if I like it enough, I'll change it by the time we get to the name raider. I think the raider is in Celadon City? Celadon or Saffron, I forget which. For now, I will call you... Nidoran. Because I'm so original. I'm pulling names out of my ass here, okay? Like, these are names you find in, like, the Pokemon Stadium games for the random trainers. Also, by the by, don't forget to come up here for your free potion. Now, there is a rival fight against Green you can initiate by going up and to the left here. I'm not going to do that yet because I will most certainly lose. I will come back when... I'm gonna wait until I've at least cleared Verdant Forest to come back and try that. As we can see now, this man is sober, or in this case, he's had his coffee now. Now, talking to him will initiate the catching tutorial, but for the sake of moving things along, I'm not going to do that. You just saw me catch 2 Pokemon anyway, so what's the point? Also, this gym is closed, for no reason whatsoever. For some reason, inspecting the door just like boots me down a square. I guess they just don't want me to check it out. The more you have, the easier it is to fight. Even though they're doing the fighting for me. I think there's another hidden item here. One of these trees has it, I'm pretty sure. Mashing A, nope. Nope. I thought one of these trees had it. I know there's 2 Pokeballs over there, or items. I wonder why they made the items, or the capsules for items in regular Pokeballs. Just for lack of... Well, okay, back then, they only had so much they could work with, but still, it's odd. Alright, and here's a Pidgey. Hurry up and catch it. Yeah, for the first route is just going to be a war of attrition. And Pokeball, go! I cannot afford to lose Mr. Voidman, because if he dies, I am fucked at Pure City. A common sight in forests and woods, it flaps its wings at ground level to kick up blinding sand. At this point in the game, Sparrow would be much preferred. For now... What can I call this Pidgey? I know, I'm gonna... Oh wait, there's no Japanese characters here. I'm going to go Total Weeb and call you... Oops. Gotcha, man! It's a natural maze, which would be cut down exponentially in Gen 2, and then brought back in full force in the remakes, which I loved. Pokeballs... I should be okay. Well, these guys are kind of in trouble, so... Guess we'll heal. Such classic tunes. Makes me wish I had enough money to go to Pokemon Symphonic Orchestra when I was here in New York City. But no, I did not have a job at that point, so I could not. Heal me, please. I think I've said this before, like in a different commentary, but every time the Nurse Joys say, "We hope to see you again," that always gave me the distinct impression that, oh, we hope your Pokemon get murdered in battle. We'll be seeing you again real soon. I think they changed that dialogue slightly in starting with Gen 5, but still. Like, all the Japan-based Nurse Joys are freaking rude. Alright, so here we are in Viridian Forest. I'm actually going to... Oh, wait a minute. I'm afraid. Can I get the rare encounter here for my first encounter? Highly doubt it. Oh, but then I get Squirtle, that's even worse. Shit! Let's see. Oh! Metapod, really? Not even Caterpie, Metapod! That's fucking terrible. Anyway, what I was going to say was, the rare encounter for Viridian Forest is Pikachu, and this is the only place in the game where you can catch Wild Pikachu. That would be great for later on, because, you know, Pikachu... Well, first off, Pikachu's Pikachu. Everyone loves Pikachu. Secondly, it's an electric type, which are of, until you get to the power plant, which you can't do until you get Surf, electric types are in very, very short supply. And for the second gym, that would have been a breeze to have. But no. And I'm actually going to relate a little funny story. My first time playing Pokemon Blue, my first encounter in Viridian Forest was in fact a Pikachu, and I caught it right away. But then, later on, I was fighting a trainer's Weedle, and my Pikachu got poisoned. So I panicked that I didn't know what to do, so I just shut the game off, thinking, oh, if I turn it back on again, my Pikachu will be okay. But I didn't save. Little naive young me didn't know any better. And then when I turned the game back on and found the Pikachu wasn't there, I went crying to my mom saying, "Mommy, where'd my Pikachu go?" And of course she had no idea what I was talking about. I found out later that, oh, it was my fault, but, you know, when did this come out in America? 97? 98? Yeah, 5-6-year-old me was very, very distressed. Level up. I think this is when you learn Bubble. Awesome. Bubble itself is... Well, Bubble is just Bubble. Bubble itself isn't great. It can lower speed, but its attack is only 20. Until Gen 6 came around and said, hey, we're gonna make Bubble the exact same strength of Water Gun and Ember, which is 40, and still have it retaining its speed lowering capabilities. So for all intents and purposes, as of Gen 6, Bubble has completely shat on and made Water Gun virtually useless. Now we're going to demonstrate Bubble's capabilities here, because Weedle's special stat isn't that great at all. Don't poison me. Every time I replay this game, every single time, I fear being poisoned early. Of course, if I had Charmander, I could just burn all these things to the ground, no problem. But then I'd have a hell of a time against Brock. Gen 3 fixed that by allowing Charmander to naturally learn Metal Call level 14, which I was so surprised when I had my Leaf Green back in the day. So yeah, besides Verdant Forest encounter rate, there are Pidgeys. Are there? I think there are Pidgeys, Pikachu, Caterpie, Weedle, Metapod, Kakuna, and you could also very rarely find. I don't know if you can get the full evolved Butterfree and Beedrill, but you can catch a Pidgeotto, which, while cool looking, also is virtually useless at this point in the game. Except for it being able to take a few more hits because of its bulkier stats. I'm just gonna blow bubbles at everything until they all die. That's the way to play these games. Spam, spam, spam to win. Now I don't have to waste my tackles either, so that's good. Of course, I have to be wary. If I use bubble too much, I'll be in trouble later on. At the same time, I don't want to use tackle against a Pokemon that knows Harden, and it just turned into a huge war of attrition. Because that's just not boring. That's just not fun to watch. So let me go against my. Let me go against what I was trained to do back in the day and actually lower its stats. Gonna whip my tail back and forth. I had to get that out of the way. I'm sorry. Stop stinging me! Oh god! No, no. No, 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 no. No. We ain't having it. Oh yeah, you could also cheese the poison stat this way. If you knock out a Pokemon, the poison, I don't think, will lower your health that turn. I think... When did that stop? I think the Sinnoh games at Gen 4 starting having you take damage from poison even after you took down an enemy. But for all the Game Boy games, you were safe. While it's hardening, I might as well take the time to heal. Or my potions. Alright. I'm still upset. Just Metapod, man. Why couldn't it be Caterpie? I could at least use Butterfree later on. Nothing against Beedrill, but again, because of the way this game is programmed, Beedrill is kinda crappy. Though, it should be noted that Beedrill is the only Pokemon in the game that can learn the move Twin Needle, which is the only move that absolutely destroys Psychic types. Unfortunately, again, because of programming, because the Psychic special stat is, like, stupidly high, and most of them are faster than Beedrill, they just have to use one Psybeam or Psychic, and Beedrill goes down in one hit. And you never get to use Twin Needle. And Twin Needle itself isn't even that strong a move. It just so happens that Psychics have really, really shit physical defense. Twin Needle itself does like 18 damage, I think. With a chance of poison. Of course, if someone wants to correct me in the comments, please do so. It could have changed. Yeah, anything about the moves I say in this game, I should verify relate to this game and not what they would be in future titles. Because some moves were changed later on, like for example, the move Bite. Bite is probably like the biggest example of this. In Gen 2, Bite was turned into a Dark type move, when here it's just normal, but both still have the chance of making you flinch. We're almost through Verdant Forest. I thought I'd run into. I thought I'd have a lot more encounters, but I guess not. Also, I think there's an... Is there? I think there's like an item on the ground you could find. Maybe a super potion or a great ball, something like that. I can't remember what spot exactly. I know about some hidden items. And I'm pretty sure there isn't an item finder in this game either. You just kind of have to guess. Or, you know ahead of time. More bubbles. I think this is the last trainer. And then... what time are we at? Yeah, after Viridian Forest, I can call it a part. Go, Mr. Voidman! What's that? You're gonna throw some poison things at? Oh god, I spoke too soon. Here I was about to get all cocky, but no, I'm not allowed that. Oh, and by the by, I should have also mentioned this. If your Pokemon succumbs to poison while out in the field, if it dies that way, it still counts as a death, and you have to box that Pokemon too. So yeah, if you're gonna do a Nuzlocke of any of the earlier games where poison could still kill your Pokemon, I think that stopped as soon as Gen 4 or 5. No, was it Gen 4 or 5? One of the two. If you're gonna do a Nuzlocke of Gens 1 through 3, keep that in mind. We're scot-free now, but, you know, precautions. I think poison takes effect like every 3 or 4 steps. And there's more than enough steps that Mr. Voidman will faint by the time we get to Pure City if I don't immediately hit at the Pokemon Center. Okay, so we're not going to be cutting this down until later. What is this count? Is this still Route 2? Oops. Yes, it is. Though, out of curiosity, what would be the first encounter here? It's no Rattata. Oh well. I'm not gonna bother. Okay, so here we are in Pure City. Let me just check. How many two levels up? I think I'll learn Water Gun at level 12. I could be wrong about that. If Pokemon takes part in battle, however short, earns the XP. That's true. So if I'm gonna be grinding later, I'm probably gonna be switching out a lot of Pokemon if I actually want to keep them. Let's see here. So right now our party consists of... Wait, I can't even... That's right, Gen 2 was the one that introduced flipping up and down. I can't even do that here. So right now we have Mr. Voidman the Squirtle, Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, the Rattata, Nidoran, the Nidoran female, and Gatchamon, the Pidgey. When next we meet, we are going to take on the gym leader of Pure City, Brock. And by that I mean just obliterate him with fucking bubbles. Pure City, a Stone Gray city. The only city in this game that actually matches the gray color palette of red and blue, unless you're playing on a color. So I've been Sonic Fiend, I hope you enjoyed this part, and I shall be seeing you later on. Take care everybody, have a great day.